What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man Carzamara here, and welcome back to another episode of Josiah's Grape Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the COTA races as well as the St. Petersburg truck race. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and go with it. Smash like, subscribe, and hit the little time notification bell. That, as always, just a suggestion by yours truly, but as always, let's go ahead and get on with it. Lane Riggs won the St. Petersburg truck race. I won't spend too much time talking about it. I didn't watch the full race. Was dealing with some personal on Saturday. Not going to get too much into it, but Connor Mozak won the pole. Lane Riggs won stage 1, it looks like. No, sorry, Ben Rhodes won stage 1. Lane Riggs won stage 2, and then Lane Riggs held off Ty Majeski and Ben Rhodes to get the win. Chandler Smith and Honeycutt both finished inside the top 5. Daniel Hemrick, I want to shout him out. First top 10 since, I think, Bristol, a long time ago last season. So he needed that. Good run for him. Colin Braun got a top 10. Good for him. James Hinchcliffe, top 10. Landon Lewis got 6th. So some of these guys got good finishes. Some other guys in the back did not get good finishes. Tyler Ankerman scored at 31st. Not sure what happened to him. Minnie Tyrell, 28th. Stuart Friesen, 26th, a lap down. G. Rozier, 25th, a lap down. But anyways, good finish for Lane Riggs, who had not good first 2 races. He gets a win. Good for him. Much needed for Lane Riggs. And if we look at the O'Reilly Series, the race that happened on Tuesday, if I can get to the schedule here. Oh, there we go. Okay, they updated the NASCAR app, so it's like harder to find things now. But there we go. SVG, or Connor Mozak, well, not Connor Mozak, Connor Zilich, the other Connor, won the pole for the race. Stage 1 was won by Austin Hill. Stage 2 was won by Sam Mayer. SVG, it looked like Connor Zilich was going to be the class of the field. Not really. Again, didn't really watch this race too much either. Again, same thing. Personal things going on. But we'll get too much into it. But SVG ended up winning the COTA O'Reilly race. Obviously COTA, SVG's good at these street races and road courses, but COTA, he's like a step backwards. You know, he's still really good, and he's been in position to win these races a couple times. But finally, he's got a COTA win. Not in the Cup Series, but in the O'Reilly Series. So congrats to him getting first. Austin Hill, who's always so close to winning road course races in general, he gets a second place finish. Sammy Smith, good run for him. He got third. Jesse Love and Corey Day, top 5. Corey Day has so much potential, but oh my gosh, he needs to stop getting into trouble. Like, this is something that he needs to learn, because like he got into Ryan Sieg last week, and also got into not Travis Kvapil. Oh my goodness, my brain, what is going on? Carson Kvapil last week, and then he got into Connor Zilich. Costed him his first. That was Zilich's first finish outside the top 5 in COTA ever. It's just crazy. Was gonna finish top 5, but then obviously Corey Day got into him. So Corey Day still at the top 5. Brent Cruz in his debut, 6th, good run for him. William Sawalich, 7th, good run for him. Allgaier, 8th, solid on the road courses. Chastain, 9th, and Brennan Poole a top 10 on the road course. How about that? Sheldon Creed with no power steering, he got 11th. Good for him. And looking down at the bottom, some of these other guys. Austin J. Hill had issues. Balthazar Leguizman. That is not how you pronounce his name. I am so sorry. Let me just not even. Balthazar. Balthazar had a really big crash. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I saw that crash. It was a big crash. Glad he walked away okay. Austin Green has scored a 33rd. Okay, not sure what happened to him. Sage Karam, 12 laps down. I think he was involved in a wreck. Ryan Ellis, lap down. Not sure what happened to these guys. Harrison Burns scored 29th. Parker Retzlaff, 30th. Raja Carruth, 31st. Again, let me know down in the comments what happened to some of these guys in the truck race and the O'Reilly race. Didn't really pay too much attention to them because I was out doing stuff. But the Cup Series, I did pay attention to. That's what I'm most going to be talking about here. Because Tyler Reddick, for the first time in NASCAR history, a driver has won the first 3 races of the season of the Cup Series, and his name is Tyler Reddick. He has done it, winning the Daytona 500, Atlanta, and Circuit of the Americas. He started on the pole. And it was weird. He started the pole and then quickly fell back to like 8th and then drove his way back up inside the top 5. It was crazy. Raj Chastain stayed out and was able to get a stage win. Ty Gibbs did the same in stage 2. And then obviously for the race, it basically came down to Tyler Reddick and SVG. But again, SVG, we talk about it, good at all these road courses and street races. And then COTA, he's just a step back, and was a step back here. Could never quite, he had a shot at Reddick, but just nothing ever materialized, and Reddick was able to pull away with the win. So Tyler Reddick, yeah, congrats to him and Michael Jordan, 23rd race and making history. He now has like a 1,000-point lead over his teammate Bubba Wallace, and I think it's a 70-point lead over Bubba Wallace. 3 races in, that's pretty crazy. But huge. What they've done since the lawsuit, they're 3-0 since the lawsuit. I mean, it's just crazy. Tyler Reddick winning on 2 super speedways and a road course. Not really a big surprise. He won a COTA 3 years ago, and he has had a good stats to show for COTA. Since then, and Reddick's been a good road racer. I think his first 2 career Cup wins Both came on road courses. I think he bested Chase Elliott in both of those. Road America and then the Indy Road Course in 2022. I remember that. So congrats to Reddick on the win. SVG came home second. Christopher Bell was the first on new tires. The only caution for cause came out was Ross Chastain lost a wheel with about like 20 laps to go. And some guys pitted in, and Christopher Bell was the first one on new tires. Once he got to third, he kind of like stopped at about 3-second mark. Couldn't do anything with SVG and Tyler Reddick. So Bell finishes third. Ty Gibbs also on new tires, finished in fourth. Michael McDowell was the only guy who hadn't pitted before the caution came out, so he was forced to come down to pit road. Took a gamble, but it paid off for him in the long run. He gets the top 5 finish. Another solid road racer there. Kyle Larson comes home in 6th place. Pretty good run for him. Chase Elliott had a very, very strange day. He started inside the top 5, but he didn't have a good car at all. I don't know what happened. Josh Sims was talking about the 9 car gassing this car up, saying like if we hit our marks perfectly, we should have a good car. No, it was a goodness gracious. You wonder why I have 134 subscribers. Good grief. Jeez. I would argue that Chase Elliott didn't even have a top 20 car in general. I mean, it got slightly better. Stage 1 was a disaster. He lost like 17 spots. And then at the beginning of stage 2, he had an extended pit stop fixing something. He got 4 stage points, I think. No, 4 or 3 stage points in a stage 1. Got no stage points to stage 2. Is like 30th or 20th or whatever. But then was able to make his way about 13th. Chase Elliott was actually the only guy to come down to pit road before the Chastain caution came out. Chastain was right in front of him when he lost the reel. And it was Chase's decision to come to pit road. It was not Alan Gustafson. Alan Gustafson, I keep telling you guys. Alan Gustafson, again, that's no offense to Alan if he's watching this. Like, listen, you're a good dude. Like, you're a fine human being. But as a crew chief, no. Adam Wall. Can we call up Adam Wall, man? I'm just saying. But Chase Elliott, again, good call by Chase, not by Alan. Good call by Chase. Terrible car, but good call by Chase. And he was able to get up to 7th. He got passed by some guys on older tires. Like, he was struggling to pass those guys. Like, it was sad. That shows you how bad of a car he had. But a good finish for Chase Elliott, 7th place. Barely edging out his friend Ryan Blaney for 8th place. Blaney had a fast car early, contended with Reddick and some other guys, but kind of fell back a little bit. Didn't really make it. He was behind Reddick for like most, if not all, of stage 3, but couldn't make something happen. And then was one of the guys on older tires, so he fell back late. Still was able to salvage his top 10 finish. AJ Allmendinger finished 9th. Solid day for Allmendinger. Never really in contention to win, but he still had a good finish. Denny Hamlin, the top 10 on COTA. Who saw that coming? Nobody did. Bubba Wallace, still solid. It was a quiet day for the second place driver in points, but still a solid finish. Kyle Busch, who almost won this race last year, solid run for him. William Byron, another one of the guys who was up front and had all the tires, so he fell back. Connor Zilic was up front inside the top 5 on the final restart, but he and Zane Smith, I think it was Daniel Suarez actually who spun him out. Did he get spun out once or twice? I think he got spun out twice actually in the race. First one was Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez, man, it's a good thing he left Trackhouse, because since then he's gone after SVG in the Clash and he's gone after Connor Zilic. Man, it's insane. He's got some beef. He took leaving Trackhouse. He took that personally, because good grief, he's after everyone in Trackhouse. Good grief. Got into Connor Zilic. Zilic went up inside the top 5, and then inside the 15 and got on the restart. Chaos ensued, and he and Zane Smith got together. So Zilic somehow was able to drive back to 14th after all that. Joey Logano, quiet day, 15th. Ty Dillon, 16th. Nemechek, Priest, Austin Dillon, and Brad Keselowski, 20th. Brad Keselowski, Joey Hand was on standby in case Keselowski couldn't run the full race, because this is a lot of shifting. Brad's still dealing with that injury that he had in the offseason. But he finished the whole race in 20th. Ty Gilliland, Noah Gragson, Riley Earps, Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez, they all get top 25s. Josh Berry, Jesse Love in a part-time race, 27th. Stenhouse, Cole Custer, Cody Ware, a bunch of these guys not really in contention. Carson Hocevar, 31st. Hocevar spun on the final lap, and Mike Joy acted like he got sent to freaking Pluto or whatever. And Pluto's not a planet. Got sent to Neptune or whatever. He was like, wow! He's just a natural spin on the final lap, and he's able to get going. Like, I don't know why he got that excited, but why he got that, I don't know. Austin Cindric, 32nd. Zane Smith, 33rd. All those guys on the lead lap. Eric Jones, 2 laps down in 34th. 2 laps down in 35th was Ross Chastain, but he scored as the fastest lap, so he at least gets a point there. Alex Bowman has scored 6 laps down. Alex Bowman has scored 6 laps down in 36, and I do this. If you watch the race, you know what I'm talking about. It sucks for Alex Bowman because I think he finished top 10 in every single COTA race, but the streak ended in a poor way. I think I'm like he was sick or ill. I'm gonna assume it was something with the fire. I know there was a lot of cool suits weren't working, and it was like 85 degrees in Austin, Texas, in March. It was crazy. But I'm gonna assume it had something to do with his cool suit wasn't working. I'm not saying that's what it is. I know he was like not feeling well, so he couldn't finish the whole race. Myatt Snyder, who was the assistant pit reporter for Jamie Little, helping her out, stepped in. Myatt Snyder now runs like truck races and O'Reilly races and all that stuff. He was able to step in for Bowman and at least finish the race in 36th place. Still finished ahead of Chase Briscoe. Briscoe had a really good car early on, and then had an axle issue, and he was the only DNF, I think, in the race. 37th for Briscoe. Not too good there. But yeah, there's a lot of scare instances. I mentioned what happened with Bowman. Hope he's okay. AJ Allmendinger, too, collapsed on pit road after finishing inside the top 10. That was scary to see, but luckily both Alex and AJ should be okay, and they were all okay, and were released for the care center not long afterwards. So good to see there. Hopefully they're all okay right now. Sure they are. Let's go and look at the point standings. 2311 Racing still top 2 in points. Reddick and Wallace, respectively. Wallace is 70 back to Reddick. Chase Elliott, 72 back to Reddick. Ryan Blaney, SVG, is top 10 in points. He's tied for 5th in points with Joey Logano, and SVG has the tiebreaker. Daniel Suarez, AJ Allmendinger, Michael Medall, and Carson Hocevar are top 10 in points. That's a weird, wacky points 3 races in. But again, just 3 races in. Got 2 road courses, or 1 road course and 2 super speedways. This week will be the first real test, I guess you could say, at Phoenix and Oval. Not a super speedway, not a road course. You know, this is our first test to see who's got it and who doesn't. As for the COTA race in general, it was a fine race. It wasn't exciting. Again, only 1 caution. Pretty much Reddick and Blaney and SVG, I'll even throw his name in, kind of stuck up the show most of the, if not all the race. Wasn't really all that exciting. You got some strategy that made it a little bit exciting, but that was it. I mean, after the restarts, it was just like, yeah. So, not too particularly of an exciting race. If I have to put it on a Grape meter, it would probably be just a 5 out of 10. I mean, it wasn't a 4 or 5. I'll go 45%, honestly. Or do I want to round up to 50? I'll go 50%. I'll go straight in the middle because I think it was a mid race. 5 out of 10 on the Grape meter, or 50% there. But again, congrats to Reddick. Huge achievement for him in 2311 Racing and Michael Jordan. Huge. What they've done since the lawsuit is crazy. So, can they get 4 in a row? We'll have to see next week at Phoenix. He's got a shot. I don't think he's going to do it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Who knows? But that's it for this episode of Josiah's Grape Reviews. I hope you guys do enjoy it. As always, you know the deal there. Hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the little tiny notification bell. That way you never miss any new videos just like this one. And as always, just do it as it's just about yours truly. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys then. Bye.